as kids, they introduced me too early, and it messed up everything. Your kid is
What do
hella
you mean?
bad.
So you would have like been in love, and then their kid was bad as shit. Then you would have been like, "Oh yeah, I'm staying. I'm love you."
Nah,
boo."
then it would have gave me like a little time to like get to know them and work with them. But instead, I was like, oh hell no, I can't work with this.
or you can process the level. How much do you like this chick? Or not?
Right,
like,
right,
Is it
yeah,
worth it?
yeah.
Can I do it or can I not do it?
Like this little dude keep throwing potato chips at me, and I don't know if I should choke him. But I mean, I don't like you that much. I might choke you.
What was the movie when the guy came to? Was it? Are we there yet? Is that?
Oh, Ice Cube, my boo.
You know what? I didn't see that movie.
You never saw that? Just watch the first one. The rest of them are stupid.
That was really interesting. I mean, it's a movie, so we won't even get into that because that's just not realistic. But having to drive somebody's kids across like country or something like that, unexpected.
Yeah, that's a trip.
Yeah.
So how do you interact differently with somebody who has kids, as opposed to somebody who doesn't have kids? Like how do you do that? Knowing that this day is coming when you're going to have to deal with them. Do you interact differently?
No.
I wouldn't think so.
I don't necessarily interact differently, but I do low key give the full court press. Like
if they have kids,
yeah.
What if they have so? What if a dude has multiple kids by multiple women?
Right.
Well, we got 34 kids by 17 women.
34 is just come on, Grindstone. Like I wouldn't.
That's real though.
I wouldn't.
Oprah.
Like come on.
That shit is real.
Well, that's not my life. I'm not about that 34 kid life.
But I mean, you know,
but I would date somebody who had.
6?
Okay, now if you have 6 kids, I'm gonna start doing a hell of a lot of math. Because I'm gonna think about, okay, well, how old are these?
So it's okay.
What's that?
If he has a lot of paper, is it okay?
If he has a lot of paper, it's gonna. If he has money, and then I also need to look at like
damn kids' names.
That whole situation was a little
paid.
bit. No, that's too much. I don't know. People change and they make different decisions in life. I would have to look at like how old the kids are. How old is he? Like,
Does that really matter? Are you keeping it real?
I'm keeping it 100.
Okay.
And then what kind of math are you
Like
doing?
if you're
and why?
25 and you got 6 kids and they're all 5 and under, like that is to me completely different than being 45 and having 6 kids that range in age from, I don't know, 10 to 20. I don't know. That's completely different.
Okay.
Or maybe
What if he's not raising any of them? He's just paying child.
See, that's why I said I do the full court press because I definitely don't want to interact with anybody, regardless of how many kids you have, that is not taking care of their kids and not just taking care of, but actively involved in their kids' lives.
Okay, so you want good fathers. You're only dating good fathers.
Yes.
Okay.
Like unless like there's some like situation where
That's
your kid
fair.
lives across the country, like something like that.
Right.
You should have your kid on a regular basis. You should not be 24/7 available all the time because that's going to be telling me something.
So in what case would you overlook that?
I would never overlook you not
Okay.
taking care of your kid
Right.
because
A lot of women do.
yeah,
All the
that's
time.
whack.
all the time.
That's
I
unfortunate.
love
for
him.
them.
It was all good, but but man,
It was
you
all
know,
good
I
just a
just don't
week
know
ago.
where his kids are. He'll never fit them in. But you know, we eating scraps.
No, like your employment, your hustle, and your kids should be top priority when I'm first getting to know you.
Okay.
And then I become on that list pretty up high, but that's a whole nother show.
I see. Now the only way that I interact differently with the woman, if she has kids or she doesn't have kids, is like what time I can call her at night.
Really?
Yeah.
So y'all
surprised to
can have
hear
phone sex,
that.
or what are you
Otherwise-
talking about? Like,
No, I'm saying like, you know, I know that if she got to wake up early and get the kid ready for school and all that, like it ain't gonna be all late night like that.
You'd be surprised
Oh, okay.
because her having kids there might make her more open to having that late night
I just
conversation.
was curious what he meant by that. I mean, I
Yeah.
know, you know, he's a night owl. Is that why, or is it just because?
But no, I mean I'll let her live.
Better.
And then like, you know, I know that like when it comes to a certain time of night, a woman without kids is like, you know what, I can't sleep. And then it's like, all right, grab your coat. But like,
Well, she has older kids. She can do that.
no, hell no. And the kid wake up and be like, then where my mom? Where my mom?
If your kid is 15, seriously, like if my
Okay, but
kids
your
wake
kid
up for a cup of milk in the middle of the night and I'm not there, they're gonna be like, "Oh, she must have stepped out for a minute." Like,
But that's a hell of an understanding. I know if my mom stepped out and I didn't
Man,
know like the day before or some shit.
Hell no, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, what the fuck?
like the most they might do is call, but they'll probably assume I'm with Auntie Sharado, tearing
Right,
it
well,
up
you have,
somewhere.
You have a built-in situation where you could go down the street and kick it with other people who they're familiar with. But
Yeah.
everybody don't have that situation. So like, nah. Moms better
So-
not be creeping out the window.
So what about a woman that has a bunch of kids like a man?
a bunch of kids,
A bunch
from
of
different,
kids, like a
from
man?
different guys.
Yeah.
A bunch of kids
Like a
male.
Cromartie situation?
Yeah.
A Cromartisha?
A Cromartisha. I mean, that gets tough because you eventually will face baby dad situations.
I think that's harder for men than it is for women. Because I think that women just natural nurturers is like, oh, you have kids or whatever, but
But there's that man out there that's done it, right? Because if she has 5 kids and 5 different baby daddies, and
Yeah, dude was like,
one
man,
of those guys jumped out there.
I'll wife that.
yeah, maybe not. It just depends on the situation. I mean, I actually know someone who has a guy who has either 5 or 6. I think it was 6 kids.
I had a teammate
He
that
met
had
a
7.
he met a woman with no kids, and I mean, from what I know, beautiful woman, successful. He does very well for himself,
And she was
but I
with
wouldn't
that.
say he was rich. But they had a baby and got married just recently. So like,
So now he's at number 8.
yeah, he's at like number 8. And
So
he had like 8
what are
kids.
some of the things that Sherrado? This is a question for you. What are some of the things that you would tell that single? I'm gonna say single parent mother, because I think it's a lot different for men. But what are some of the things you would tell them? They're out there trying to date and they have children and they're trying to figure out how to blend their child into the relationship.
Well, the honest answer, I don't really